They created a new sauce for the McNuggets called Szechuan sauce, and it's delicious, and then they got rid of it.
There are some fast food items that we can't imagine the world without, like the Big Mac and the Whopper, for example. But not all fast food items are safe from discontinuation. To celebrate our favorites, we've put together a list of the top 10 discontinued fast food items we want brought back now. McDonald's fried apple pie.
I'm American as apple pie, and if you're not, I'll make you die.
On the McDonald's McCafe bakery menu, you'll find great item after great item. From muffins to cookies to specialty coffees, whatever you order, there's no way you'll be disappointed. However, there is one item that the menu is seriously lacking. While today you can order a perfectly adequate apple pie from McD's, back in the 90s, the pastry was a little different and, in our humble opinion, significantly better. McDonald's fried apple pie looked almost identical to the baked apple pie they sell today, just with one small difference.
What do you put in here that makes it taste so good?
Instead of being baked, the crust of this single-serve pastry used to be fried, and it was glorious. The fried variation of this dessert packed way more of a flavor punch than the baked version. Unfortunately, in the 90s, someone decided that this fried dessert was too unhealthy for even McDonald's to serve.
That got unhealthy real quick.
The restaurant is home of the Big Mac and salad dressing with a terrifying calorie content, yet this is the food item they chose to come for. And so the fried apple pie was replaced with a baked version, which, while tasty, just isn't the same. Taco Bell's Waffle Taco.
What's the capital of Belgium?
Waffles?
What?
Taco Bell wanted to do breakfast, but didn't want to break with the taco theme. The solution? The waffle taco. It's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of a tortilla, the taco shell was made of a waffle. It was filled with all the best breakfast foods: scrambled eggs, breakfast sausage, and, of course, maple syrup. In theory, it's a convenient way to enjoy a full breakfast on the go. In practice, however, it's more than a little messy. Slight mess aside, it's absolutely delicious. Don't get too excited about this novelty breakfast food, though. It was around for just 1 year before being replaced by the highly inferior Biscuit taco. The waffle shell was replaced with a buttermilk biscuit. Normally, a buttermilk biscuit would sound delicious, but when you're comparing it to a waffle, it kind of falls short.
I'll take the waffles. Thank you.
Okay.
People have put together many online petitions trying to get the waffle taco reinstated for Taco Bell's menu. Considering that it's been 5 years since the biscuit taco replaced it, things aren't looking good. Popeye's Big Easy Chicken Bowl.
Ball.
For about 7 years, Popeye's customers were blessed with a meal that was the combination of all the menu items. The heaping dish was called the Big Easy Chicken Bowl, and it was the perfect comfort food. This spin on Popeye's popular dish, red beans and rice, was released in the restaurant's attempt to jump on the bowl bandwagon. From Buddha bowls to burrito bowls, the phenomenon has taken the fast food world by storm, and this was Popeye's contribution. Made with pulled chicken breast, rice, red beans, and spicy Cajun gravy, the bowl was topped off with a sprinkling of shredded cheese and parsley. It was served with hot sauce and sour cream on the side. It was a whole lot of food. And to make things even better, it was available at a ridiculously low price. You could get a generous serving of this meal for under $4.
Pretty good deal.
You kidding me? That's a great deal.
Why the Big Easy Chicken Bowl disappeared in the first place, we have no idea. As for whether or not it's ever coming back, well, we have no idea about that either. But we're keeping our fingers crossed for this one. KFC's Hot and Spicy Popcorn Chicken.
Keep that popcorn chicken coming, Colonel.
Today, you can buy a meal of bite-sized popcorn chicken from KFC. And for those of you who aren't big on spice, that might be better than the discontinued alternative. But those who can handle the heat will know that KFC's hot and spicy popcorn chicken reigns supreme. The juicy on the inside, crunchy on the outside, bite-sized morsels are seasoned to the perfect level of hot and spicy.
Oh my God, Colonel's popcorn chicken and honey mustard sauce!
KFC's secret recipe batter used to prepare their popcorn chicken is already pretty fantastic, but when spice is added into the mix, the flavor is turned up to 11. This dish has made a few recent limited-time appearances, and we're really hoping that this is a trend KFC keeps up. Their hot and spicy popcorn chicken is too good not to be shared with fast food lovers everywhere. Considering the number of people calling for this chicken to be brought back, we're guessing that we won't have to wait too long. In the meantime, we'll tide ourselves over with the far less interesting, but still quite solid, regular popcorn chicken from KFC. It's not the same, but it'll do for now. Chick-fil-A's Spicy Chicken Biscuit. Let's face it, there's not much variation in the breakfast menus from one fast food restaurant to the next. For that reason, we applaud Chick-fil-A's attempt to, quite literally, spice up breakfast.
Tired of preparing the same old foods the same old way at the same old consistent temperature?
Their creation? The Spicy Chicken Biscuit. It was a spicy chicken fillet inside of a buttery, flaky buttermilk biscuit. It wasn't much to look at, but eating it was a whole experience. Between the different textures and the flavor bomb of seasoning, this was as good as breakfast gets. Plus, it was a great way to shake things up from the usual bacon and eggs. The Spicy Chicken Biscuit has a very vocal and loyal fan base, but unfortunately, they only represented a very small percentage of Chick-fil-A's breakfast customers. As a result, it was removed from the menus, with Chick-fil-A citing poor sales as the reason. Like we said, the Spicy Chicken Biscuit's fan base is very vocal, and they made their outrage heard all over social media. But that wasn't enough to change the minds of the powers that be. The good news is that even though the Spicy Chicken Biscuit is gone, its milder counterpart lives on. You can still order a regular chicken biscuit for breakfast with the same delicious breaded chicken breast and flaky biscuit. We definitely miss the spice, but this version is a close second. McDonald's Pizza.
We don't serve pizza.
McDonald's is known for a lot of things, but pizza is not one of them. And yet, throughout the 80s and 90s, McPizza was served at McDonald's across the country. Originally, the restaurant sold pizzas large enough to feed an entire family, but they eventually switched over to personal-sized pizzas. This was definitely a smart move, since when Big Macs are an option, it can be tough to get everyone in the group to agree to go in on a pizza. The McPizza was born as a way of competing with the growing popularity of the pizza industry, as well as to boost sales in the evenings, as most customers visited McDonald's for lunch, not supper. Adding pizza to the menu seemed like a two birds with one stone type of solution.
I like pizza. Everyone likes pizza.
Unfortunately, things didn't pan out quite as expected. That's not to say that McPizza was bad. In fact, it actually tasted pretty great. The main issue was that it had an 11-minute prep time. In the world of fast food, that's just not fast enough.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Unwilling to go back on their promise of speedy service, which customers had come to expect, McDonald's decided to stop serving McPizza. Burger King's Angry Whopper.
I'm always angry.
Fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will remember the 2008 release of The Incredible Hulk. This was one of the earliest films in the franchise, way before the logistics of the MCU had really been figured out. Notice that that's definitely not Mark Ruffalo in the starring role. Along with the release of this highly anticipated film came the release of a tie-in burger from Burger King. This Hulk-inspired burger was a twist on the fast food chain's famous burger, the Whopper. The Angry Whopper contained a quarter-pound beef patty, bacon, habanero cheese, fried onion, jalapenos, mayo, and a spicy sauce.
The sauce? It's
spicy!
If the name and the ingredients haven't given it away by now, this burger was spicy. It's tough to find a good, truly spicy fast food burger, and we're devastated that this was only a limited time release. Luckily, there's a very good chance that we haven't seen the last of the Angry Whopper. It was actually brought back for another limited time release in 2019. So it seems likely that it may reappear on the Burger King menu every so often. However, the Angry Whopper is still available at Burger King restaurants in Mexico, so if it's on your fast food bucket list, you don't have to pin all your hopes on the possibility that American locations will maybe bring it back in the coming years. Sonic's French Toaster.
What a way to start my new life with the perfect egg sandwich.
Just like the waffle taco, the French toaster swaps a boring lunch bread out for some delicious breakfast carbs. In this case, sliced sandwich bread is replaced with 2 pieces of French toast. In between the 2 slices of French toast were scrambled eggs, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. It was a pretty conventional breakfast sandwich, but the French toast took it to another level. We're sad to say that the French toaster met the same fate as the waffle taco.
No, don't say that.
Not long after its release, the French toast, which was kind of the whole point of the French toaster, was replaced with regular buttered toast. It was renamed the breakfast toaster, and while it became a perfectly fine breakfast sandwich, it also became totally and completely boring. Although it would be pretty time-consuming, if you're ever really craving the French toaster, it's something you could put together in your own kitchen. That being said, it's still pretty sad to know that we no longer have the option of grabbing this sweet and savory sandwich on our way to work. Burger King's Bacon Sundae.
Waiter, let's get another round over here.
The Bacon Sundae was a regular chocolate sundae, vanilla soft serve with chocolate sauce with a special twist. Instead of a cherry on top, this sundae was garnished with crispy bacon.
Say, I smell bacon. Does anyone else smell bacon?
Just like you'd find inside some of your favorite Burger King burgers and breakfast sandwiches. It sounds really weird, but a bacon sundae makes a lot of sense for a couple of reasons. First of all, while the hype has died down a little bit, back when Burger King was selling this sweet and salty sundae, bacon was all the rage. People were totally obsessed with it and would put it on absolutely anything.
Some bacon machine that my mom got me. I do not understand how it works.
Ice cream doesn't even come close to being the weirdest thing bacon has been added to. Secondly, when you think about it, this isn't all that different from dipping French fries into a milkshake. The bacon sundae had its fans, and we're sure that its comeback would be very well received. McDonald's McRib.
And I'd like the McRib to be available year-round, but sometimes dreams don't come true!
We had to give the #1 spot to the most famous fast food of the bunch. The McRib is the one food item on this list we can say with near certainty that we haven't seen the last of. The story goes that when pork prices are low, the McRib makes its grand return. The McRib hasn't been an official menu item since the 80s, and this has been going on since then. Over time, it's gained a huge cult following, with its fans ranging from people who truly love it to people who order it as a joke. While there are a lot of widespread opinions on the McRib, everyone's heard of it.
You know, every time McDonald's brings back the McRib, we definitely get together as a family unit, and it's pretty special.
The piece of pork inside the McRib is said to look pretty gross on its own, but no one can tell once it's covered in barbecue sauce. McDonald's is nothing if not generous with barbecue sauce. The McRib isn't exactly anyone's favorite product from McDonald's, but it's one that every fast food fan should try at least once in their life. If you have yet to try the McRib and want to check it off your culinary bucket list, keep your eye out for it. It's bound to make another comeback eventually. Stick around, tap that screen for another great video, show us some love, and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.